Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the SHU Student-Athlete Sit Down series. My name is Dan Gardella. Thrilled to be joined by one of the stars on the Sacred Heart women's volleyball team, a two-time setter of the year in the Northeast Conference, landed on the first team 2 times, and she did all that after her sophomore year. She is setter Sarah Ciszek. Sarah, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
When you hear all those accomplishments, being setter of the year twice, being rookie of the year your freshman year, and being on the first team in your first 2 years of competition, what goes through your head?
Um, it's not only like my accomplishments. I trust my team and my coaches and rely on my training to get there. So I don't know. I'm very proud, but it's also like a team effort thing and trusting like my coaches and stuff.
And one of the biggest accomplishments you've had through your first 2 years is you were able to win the Northeast Conference this past year, earn a bid to the NCAA Tournament. What was that experience like flying down to Waco, Texas, and facing off against one of the top teams in the country?
It was actually very, very crazy. It was just so different from what we're like used to because there were so many fans and there was like a huge crowd and a big stadium. So it was great to like experience that with our team and like bond through that. And we really like shocked them when we came out to play. So that was also crazy because they weren't expecting us to be ready for them.
What's the one thing you remember just from the experience, whether it was during the game or just when you spent your time down there?
Um, Definitely the first few points of the game, we came out super strong and like I think that took them by surprise because we didn't really get to warm up as long as we should have. So just doing that was really, really cool.
Going back to the regular season, you guys entered the NEC tournament as hot as any team. You won 12 of your last 13. You come into the NEC tournament as the third seed. And then not only do you win the whole thing, you don't even lose a set. What was that last stretch of the year when you guys were winning game after game, and then you get into the NEC tournament and you guys just continue to not lose?
So the previous year, we've definitely experienced all of it, so we knew exactly what to do, and we trusted each other and our training. And I think the difference between us and Central Connecticut, who we played in the finals, was that we were prepared and we knew to remain calm. And I think that was the biggest thing.
Yeah, kind of diving a little bit more into that. Sacred Heart's had the opportunity to play in NEC Championship games in the past. You played in one your freshman year. What about playing in a championship game a year before? How does that give you an edge mentally? Go into that a little bit more.
So we lost in three last or my freshman year, so we kind of took that personally, and we knew we had to um, stay calm was our biggest thing and limit our errors because it was our job to control the game, and I think that's what the difference was between the 2 years.
You don't have all this success without a lot of great upperclassmen leadership, and you guys had another great class, Michaela Dole, Liesl Nellis, the list goes on and on. How did they lead, and just describe the difference that they made when they were able to lead you guys and you having familiarity with them playing for 2 years?
They were probably the most consistent on our team, and I think that's what got us through all of our games was being consistent, limiting our errors, and just relying on that, which was something that we looked up to because we were underclassmen, and just learning to be consistent is what wins games.
Now, you're from California. There's plenty of people from not around Fairfield, Connecticut. What is it that your head coach, Rob Machin, what's the pitch? What does he say to you when he's recruiting you to convince you to come from, the warm weather of California all the way to the Northeast?
So I think his confidence in me saying like, I know we're gonna make it to the NCAA, definitely like having trust in me before I even got there, just by watching me was a big thing. And Sacred Heart has a nursing program, and that's what I want to do after. So that was also a major thing.
And the nursing program is a very difficult one. How have you been able to manage being a student athlete and handling such a really difficult workload being a nursing major?
So my professors and my coaches both understand the hard um, schedule that we have, so they're both able to accommodate to me, and they're super flexible with my schedule.
And lastly, I mean, I talked about all the accomplishments. You guys are defending NEC champions, and you got two more cracks at this. What, in your eyes, do you think you need to improve on or elevate in terms of your game to continue to keep this consistency?
I think definitely in the middle of the season, we talked about how we need to trust one another more on the court and off the court. And I think limiting our errors from the beginning of our season is also what will help us control the game. And I think if we do that, we're going to succeed and go further into the NCAA tournament.
Great stuff. Well, Sarah, thanks so much for joining me. Best of luck in your off-season training, and can't wait to see you defend the NEC title next year.
Thank you.